Magic items. It's almost kind of a staple in any given role playing game. Whether you're playing an online game or like what we prefer to do with dice and pencils and paper around a table with people that you can smack if you need to. But magic items are, like I said, a staple in almost any given game. And for us tonight, we're going to check out the new magic items that are found in the new Forgotten Realms Adventures in Faerun book. But we're also going to check out, if I can show you guys the topics for tonight. The Forgotten Realms Adventures in Faerun, we're going to check out those magic items. Netheral's Fall, we're going to check out those magic items. And I'm going to get you guys involved in doing a custom magic item. Everybody in the chat. Joined tonight with Seraphis. Seraphis, how hangs it?
Low and slow? I don't know.
A little to the left.
Yeah.
Good enough for me. So I guess without further ado, let's jump into, if I can figure out how to navigate this. One of these days I will figure out how to live stream. And I guess somebody has waved their magic wand and staved off the Cloudflare. So we're at least connected on that. So what we're going to take a look at, first off, is going to be the magic items that are found in the Adventures in Faerun. And so that we can timestamp this. And let's see, where are they? Magic items. So in this new book, in the Adventures through Faerun, in Faerun, we get the Calamemnon crystal, the Crown of Horns, a harper pin, mechanical wonder, Orb of Damara, Tome of the Dragon, and the Wind Skiff. So that's a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in all. And remember, we're going to take a look at Netheral's Fall and the magic items that are found there as well. But going through, and we have... Seraphis, you want to take a stab at trying to pronounce that?
Calamemnon?
That's better than I did.
Yeah.
Calamemnon crystal. What's it look like? Kind of looks like a weird D20, but like with extra like triangular sides. Well, let's see what it is. It's evidently it's a wondrous item. It's an artifact that requires attunement. It is, well, you know what? If we learn to read first before looking at the pictures, it is a 60-sided diamond. So it's a 60-sided die. What could you roll with that? That fits in one hand. Like that. Just fits in the hand. It was evidently made by High Elf Magic to imprison the notorious genie lords Callum and Memnon. Oh, hence the name, Calamemnon. Makes sense. Who once ruled and warred over what is now Calamshan. So, Seraphis, it looks like when viewed by a creature with true sight, this normally beautiful diamond is a grotesque sight because it looks like you're seeing that's trapped within the gemstone are more than 100 genies, including the physical forms of Callum and Memnon. They scream and strain in agony and agonizing fury, pressing their faces up against the walls of the crystalline prison. So I guess I'm kind of envisioning that flat sheet that flew through space in Superman 2, or at the beginning of Superman 1.
Is it? No, that's not the Dead Zone. What was
that? Yeah, it is the Dead. No,
the Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone. Phantom Zone, yeah. So I think that's I don't know, that's kind of the visual that I'm seeing. It's like this big baseball-sized diamond with
Hmm.
all these faces pressed up going, "Help me. Help us." And then of course, I guess when you attune to the crystal, you can use it as an arcane focus. Okay. You can you have a fly speed of 30 feet and can hover. Well, that might could be useful for, going up walls and getting to hard to reach places
Or not falling to your death.
or not falling to your death. Yeah. I mean, so I guess if you have a fly speed of 30 feet and can hover. So yeah, let's say you get shoved off a cliff and you just pull this puppy out. Right before you smack into the ground, you just kind of, nope, I'm just going to kind of float here and chill. Yeah, that could work. Spells. You can cast these spells with the crystal. Create or destroy water. Enlarge or reduce. Always a fun one to play with. Invisibility, targeting yourself only. And major image. Major image being an illusion where you can basically make something appear. You have Aura of Cold. The temperature drops in a 20-foot emanation originating from the crystal itself. And any creature that enters that emanation or ends its turn there takes 2d6 cold damage. Okay, so let me ask you this. I've always felt that in 5th edition, okay, so this is an artifact. I mean, it's clearly stated as an artifact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does 2d6 cold damage, does like 12 maximum damage, does that seem like underpowered for an artifact? Because I
I
mean,
will.
well, I mean, the only reason I ask that, like, what would you suppose would be the average level of a character or player finding, like what would their level be if they found an artifact?
I unless I was trying to purposely annoy my party, I wouldn't give an artifact to anyone below level 12
Okay.
at least.
And so by the time you're level 12, I mean, 12 points of damage. I mean, I guess maybe if you're, a wizard, but I mean, even then, you're still going to have some, you're going to have more than 12 hit points.
But it's not
I
just
just,
that, because at that point, like after what level CR4,
mhm.
most creatures have way too many hit points, so this is doing nothing to them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just don't think that this is, I don't know. I might have to, if it were me, I think I may have to adjust the amount of damage there. And tell you what, guys, I'm going to pop the chat up on screen too. Um, does that make everything too small?
I mean, not if we go white. Yeah, no, if I go full screen, I can still see things.
Hey. Well, that doesn't really pardon guys. I'm trying to work it so that everybody, I want to get the chat in here as well. Yeah. I really would wish that this particular thing Restream allowed us to actually overlay the chat, not make it its own little column. So I tell you what, how can I do this? How about that? We'll do it like that for the moment, and I'll just pop back and forth with the chat. Okay, so beyond that, you get healing damage rays. While holding the crystal, you can take a magic action to fire 6 rays of volatile energy from the crystal at one or more creatures within 60 feet. You can aim the rays at one target or at several. For each ray, choose one of the following. Okay, so we're able to fire 6 rays. Let's assume I'm going to fire all 6 at just one target. For each ray, choose one of the following effects. The target must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, taking 66 plus 6 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. I mean, 66 plus 6 radiant damage, that's up there. That's certainly better than 2d6 cold damage. Or the target regains 2d6 plus 2 hit points. Okay, so here's how I'm reading this, right? You can aim the ray. Take a magic action to fire 6 rays of volatile energy from the crystal at one or more creatures within 60 feet. I can aim the rays at one target. Okay, so let's say we're being attacked by a bugbear, right? For each ray, and I'm going to shoot all 6 rays at that one specific target. For each ray, choose one of the following effects. For all 6 rays, I'm going to choose damage ray. So does that mean that it's 66 plus 6 radiant damage times 6? I mean, because I'm looking at it right here. For each ray, choose one of the following effects. For ray 1, I'm choosing this one. For ray 2, I'm choosing this one. For ray 3, I'm choosing this one. And so on and so forth.
Excuse me.
How would you roll that?
I'm just going to do a slight calculation just for a second there.
And likewise, let's say you're down on your luck and you've been injured, and I decide to throw all 6 healing rays at you. Are you going to gain 2d6 plus 2 hit points times 6? I mean, it is an artifact, after all. And it does have hundreds of genies inside.
Am I doing that calculation right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think it's 66 plus 6 times 6.
So potentially your max output damage is looking at 252 points.
Sure.
I'd expect that from 3.5. I would not expect that from 5th edition.
Especially when just two things up, Aura of Cold does 2d6 cold damage.
Yeah, basically does no cold damage to an energy type that a lot of creatures are either resistant or immune to.
Now, this is a throwback to the earliest, D&D editions. Random properties. Artifact has the following random properties: 1 minor beneficial, a major beneficial, 1 minor detrimental, 1 major detrimental. That I've always loved that lets the DM pick and choose what they want it to be. And of course, because it is an artifact, you can destroy it. It's destroyed if the creature attuned to it casts the wish spell and wishes the crystal destroyed. Nothing else can harm it. When the crystal is destroyed, all the genies in the crystal are released. That would probably not be a wise thing. Although it might. How many wishes is that? Oh, crap. You've just released the genies from this thing. Are they not bound to give you 3 wishes?
No. It depends how they were bound to it.
True. Well, I think suffice it to say, you'll at least get one. Okay. If there's over 100 genies in there, there has to be at least one that's going to be granting you 3 wishes.
Yeah, but then you probably are dealing with a bunch of
Pissed off genies.
Yeah, let's say that. I was trying to think of family.
Well, but I
friendly.
freed them. Are they
Yeah,
pissed
but
off at me?
Well, no, they wouldn't necessarily be pissed off at you, but you know they've been trapped in there for so long.
Yeah, there's going to be some that have dipped into the evil alignment, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I wish for the crystal. Okay, it's been destroyed. I wish for the crystal to be undestroyed. So if the crystal is now undestroyed, does that make all the 100 genies back in there, or is it completely empty at this point? Things that make you go,
So, well, it's also an addition thing, because earlier editions would say that unmaking the destruction of the artifact via a wish like that, a genie might be simply turning back time,
right?
and thus it remakes the item, but without all the genies inside of it, and thus a lot of the power is gone.
Kilroy.
Kilroy?
Yeah, that's for those folks that are from the 60s.
Domo Arigato?
Yeah, actually.
Huh?
Yeah. Next up is the Crown of Horns, also an artifact. So let's take a closer look at this one. You know what? I hate that they don't do this, so we're going to cheat a little bit. Now we can see it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Seraphis, it looks like this sucker's got 4 horns.
It's a bit horny.
It is a bit horny. Yeah. It's got some gems. I suppose we should read it. Maybe it'll tell us what it does. Do you want to take this one?
The Crown of Horns contains the essence and intelligence of Miku, one of the Dead Three. This ghastly crown is a pale silver circlet with 4 curved. Why can't I say curved? With 4 curved bones set around its rim. If you've got bones around your rim, you should probably see a doctor. On the crown's brow is set a black diamond whose depths swell with weird, malignant energy. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah. Keep going.
Mikkel created the Crown of Horns at the height of his power. When Mikkel was slain by Mistra, he imbued the crown with his dying essence. I really don't like saying Mikkel's name. It does not come out of my mouth easily. Mikkel has since returned to become one of the Dead Three, and the Crown of Horns continues to further his gruesome will by seeking out mortal agents and gradually transforming them into powerful undead scions. Should a wearer prove unworthy of his honor, the crown teleports away to find a new mortal to corrupt for its master.
Oh, I like this. The crown is cursed.
Although, do you know something I don't like that 5th edition doesn't do?
What's that?
With cursed or evil items, it doesn't, if you're cursed, if you're chaotic, it doesn't make you immune to the cursed factor, and evil makes you immune to its evil influence, things like that. Fifth edition doesn't really kind of
Address
bring,
that.
address that
Yeah.
as much, and I don't like that.
Yeah, because if you're evil and it influences you evil, you don't really become eviler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so once you attune Turret, it extends the curse to you. Only a wish spell can get rid of it. But as long as you remain cursed, you're going to be bound to the crown. You don't want to give it away. You want to wear it for everybody to see. Even when you take a shower, you're not going to get rid of it. You're not going to take it off. And this is like what you were saying. You also become cruel. Your alignment becomes neutrally. Well, what if I was already like full on chaotic evil?
Or you've
I
lost
mean,
the chaotic and now you're just neutral.
yeah. So I mean, by putting this on, wouldn't that kind of actually improve my lot in life?
Yeah, because now you're boring evil, not fun evil.
Right. Let's see. You'll be doomed. Oh, that's kind of cool. So over the course of 365 days, you're going to start to transform into a monstrous servant of Merkel. There are cosmetic changes, but oh shit. When the transformation is complete, you become a lich under the DM's control. Each time you use the artifact's Cone of Undeath or Merkel's Hand benefit, there's a 10% cumulative chance that you're just going to instantly complete the transformation. All right, that's pretty sick.
I need to say something here.
Yeah.
Prior editions of D&D always had ways inbuilt into them that you could progress along to become powerful creatures. Like, for example, turning into a lich. A wizard could find ways to turn themselves into a lich. Fifth edition doesn't do that. And yet right here gives you a way that a character could become a lich, but then undermines it by saying you're under the DM's control.
Right.
You just lose your character. It's like,
I think that would be something that I would remove. I would allow the player to just, you know what, keep running as a lich. Now, I will say that if you were in a party with, I don't know, your average size party, say 5-6 people, right? 5-6 other characters. And one of them just, put this thing on and was just Cone of Undeathing to death, or Merkel's handing.
Giving everyone Merkel's hand.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. Yeah. Giving everyone Merkel's hand to death. And there's a 10%, I mean, you do it 10 times. You're a lich.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys necessarily want a lich in your party who's evidently neutral evil?
Yeah, but once the transformation is complete, technically you should be able to take the crown off.
True. Okay, and so Robert Gray brings up an interesting point too. How do you transform in a lich? If you transform into a lich and don't have a phylactery, you're just dead. But well, you know what? Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Maybe there's something here. Okay. So that's the doomed. Okay, so you'll turn into a lich. Cone of Undeath. You can take a magic action to unleash a wave of unholy light in a 60-foot cone. Each creature has to make a DC 18 con save. Otherwise, they'll take 48 necrotic damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. Okay. If a humanoid is killed by that, they rise at the start of your next turn as a specter that follow your verbal orders. Oh, that's not bad.
Not just a zombie.
Yeah. Well, but it's a specter, so it can go through walls.
Yeah, that's
Steal
what I'm
stuff.
saying. Like the previous fifth edition, if you like got hit by what was it, Finger of Death, you'd rise
Yeah.
as like a zombie after in the next round. But
Yeah.
Spectre, that's not bad.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Damage immunity. I like this one. You straight up, flat out have immunity to necrotic damage.
Although I probably would twist that once you become a lich, so that necrotic damage now heals you for the amount that it hits you.
Oh
with.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Let's see. Fear aura. While you wear it, you're going to emit an aura of terrifying energy. Creatures have to make a DC 16 wisdom save or have the frightened condition. And if they're frightened, they must use their movement to just run the hell away from you. Okay. If you damage a frightened target, or if it ends its turn more than 120 feet away from you, it can repeat the wisdom save. The aura is inactive while you have the
Incapacitated.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I can say Merkel, but I can't say incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Yeah, I can't say that.
It's all right. I can't say the dude's name, and you can't say incapacitated.
That's why this
so-
works. That's
Yes.
why this works. Okay, so let's say you now want to give everybody Merkel's hand, right?
It's a
While
bit of a
you
joke,
wear it,
but sure.
you cast the power word kill spell. Ooh, suddenly I don't think I want Merkel's hand. A humanoid killed by this spell rises at the start of your next turn as a wraith. Okay, that's pretty cool too. Once you use it, you can't do it again until the next dawn. Okay. Teleportation lets you teleport.
Once the spell has been cast using the crown, it can't be cast again until 7 days have passed.
That's kind of sucky.
Yeah.
But I need to remind myself, what is the duration or the extent? Oh, I guess it's random. Mishap, off target, on target. Well, no, because you can make an on target. What was the range? Is 10 feet. Oh no, it can be in the same plane of. Okay, that's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, so it can be in the same plane of existence too. Okay.
I think the range is like the area around you.
Yeah.
That teleports.
Yeah.
So you can technically have like up to 9 people, or 8 other people come with you.
Yeah.
So.
And then, like the other artifact, it's got random properties: beneficial, detrimental, major detrimental. Here's where it's fun. It's sentient and has an intelligence of 10, a wisdom of 16, and a charisma of 19. It has hearing and dark vision out to 120 feet.
We'll finish this off, and then I'm going to come back to something.
Okay. Personality. The crown contains the essence of Merkel and exists to spread that God's will, which is to slay the living, raise the dead, and sow fear across the material plane. And to destroy it, the crown is destroyed if it's worn by Merkel's successor, Kelemvor, while he sits on the throne of Merkel's former realm, the Bone Castle. Kelemvor. Okay, what were you wanting to come back to?
Okay, so like, something that's slightly annoying. I mean, I get that his realm is kind of fear and stuff, but like, you're kind of wanting cultists and stuff following you, right?
Yeah.
And you might even want some of those people to, become undead wraiths or whatever, somewhat sentient, to be serving you, worshipping you and stuff. Why the fear aura? Why not an aura of suggestion? Come to me.
I don't know. The only thing I could think of would be if I'm putting this crown on, I probably know a bit about Merkel, the Dead 3, and am kind of trying to follow in his footsteps or bring him back to to this plane. And as such, I probably have several people, other gods, whatever, other powerful players or whatever, trying to come after me. So I would kind of see that fear aura. I mean, I kind of agree with you. I think having suggestion would be better, because then I could basically, hey, that paladin you just walked in with? Yeah, I know y'all are friends, but kill him. As opposed to fear. But what's the minor beneficial property? Let's take a look and see, just for example. You gain proficiency, you're immune to poisoned, immune to charm and frightened, resistance to one damage type, can cast that's going to be pointless. That one's kind of pointless. Yeah, so there's really not a minor beneficial property that is going to even let you take control or charm someone. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there could be some tweaking with it, but I guess you don't really necessarily want it to be like all powerful.
I know, but I guess I'm more the manipulator type.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Next up is the Harper's Pin. Yeah, it's kind of looks like a neat pin. Looks like it's made out of silver with some sapphire gems.
Yep.
And harp in the middle. I guess that's what that is.
Yeah, the Harper's Harp.
Yeah, it's a wondrous item, uncommon or rare. Requires attunement. I'll be honest with you. I've never been a big fan of stuff that requires attunement. I've always preferred, like just being able to pick it up and use it.
Yes. That being said, when Eberron came out for 3.5, attunement was a feat, and it made what item you specifically attuned be more powerful. Like buffed its like DC or
okay. So that's a really good point.
Yeah.
If I was really going to go into it, I think that's what I would do. Like, I would almost have the magic item have two functions. One you pick up and it just does, what it does. But if you attune to it, it unlocks that much more.
Yeah.
I like that concept.
And I don't mind keeping in that way. I don't mind keeping like the 3 attunement limit, because that means that you can have 3 things that you have the full magic item unlocked for.
Right.
But like a bag of holding or a portable hole, they're kind of useful items. I don't want to be taking up a attunement slot for one,
Mm-hmm.
Or things like that.
Yeah. So when you attune to this pin, you choose a Harper persona, which is found in the Heroes of Faerun, including an alignment and creature type. While wearing this pin, you register as that persona when targeted by magic to determine your creature type, alignment, or location. So basically, you're masking what you actually are. The type of pin determines its rarity and effects. If it's a silver one, which I guess is what's pictured here, you can devise a general line of thought of 25 words or fewer, and while you wear it, a creature that reads your thoughts detects your pre-programmed line of thought instead. A creature that takes the study action while reading your thoughts makes a DC 13 intelligence check. On a successful check, it becomes aware that the detected thoughts are pre-programmed.
But it still can't read your thoughts.
But it still can't read your thoughts. It just knows that, hey, something ain't right here.
Hmm.
Now, if it's a gold Harper pin, while you wear it, you can cast non-detection spell on yourself. The duration of this spell is permanent until you disable the effect. You remove the pin or you... Oh, I'm sorry. It lasts until you disable the effect, remove the pin, or are no longer attuned to the pin. So non-detection meaning that you can't be targeted by any divination spell or perceived through magical scrying sensors. I don't know. I kind of like the silver one better.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase. I think the silver one would work better for an artificer.
I think that there's more use of the silver more often, especially when you start thinking more creatively. Like, program it with up to 25 words or less. Well, you could put like a meow 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 as the pre-program line. And so someone who's like actively monitoring thoughts, like an illithid, you break into their you
kind of break their concentration.
And it's just like meow meow meow. Yeah, you got a group of people who are just like meow 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 meow.
That's great. You get a whole party with this, and they all have that pre-programmed of meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you've got this illithid that's just, its brain is melting because it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, like...
I mean, hey, I like it. I can dig it.
Who's going to be trying to track down the person whose pre-programmed thoughts is meow meow?
Yeah, right.
I mean...
Yeah.
Or, a group of dwarves who's just got pre-programmed beer.
Next up is the Mechanical Wonder. The rarity varies on this one. It's a wondrous item. And again, this kind of screams, just in the name itself, screams out, of course it's, mechanical, screams out to me artificer. But let's read it and see what it says. It's a semi-autonomous object imbued with magical powers. They vary greatly in size and form depending on their function.
They grow as much showers.
Yeah, I mean it's a dormant object until activated.
Of course.
To activate it, you must wind the wonder with a handheld key unique to that wonder. What kind of deprived... Anyway, okay. Once it's been wound...
Look, I'm just getting my wonder ready, all right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Once wound, a mechanical wonder remains activated for the duration specified in the wonder's description below, or until the batteries run out. I mean, listen, you can't make this stuff up. Domestic wonder?
Oh yeah, I've got a domestic wonder.
Although this one is bipedal. Oh. And it's designed to assist with household duties.
Mine doesn't assist with household duties.
It vaguely resembles whatever species its creator used as inspiration. And it uses this stat block. So it's a construct, basically a robot. I kind of imagine... Oh, what are those little what are they called? Bonk droids? that were in Star Wars?
Oh, Gonk.
Gonk droid. Yeah. No, not those. The
Right.
little bitty ones. The ones with the little I don't know, they were always getting hit on the head. It was in the episode 1.
Oh, yeah, the pit crew ones.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember what
Whatever
those
those were. That's kind of what I'm imagining these are.
Hmm.
They're CR0s. So I mean, taking one out, it's not going to get you much.
Hmm.
They're immune to poison, exhaustion. Okay, I get that. They're constructs, so I mean that makes sense. If damage, let's see, they got mechanical determination. If damage reduces them to 0, it makes a con save. On a successful save, it drops to 1 hit point instead. So it's basically just like the undead, like a zombie. It's got the same basic thing as a zombie does. The wind-up operation, once it's been wound, it operates for 10 days. Or until a creature touches it with the key that and deactivates it. So I guess it's only got 5 hit points, 1d8 plus 1. So I guess it's just kind of there to assist you with what happened. There we go. I guess it's just there to assist you. Then you have the Flying Wonder. This is fairly common. It's an ally to you and your allies. In combat, it shares your initiative count. Flying Wonder is destroyed if it drops to 0 hit points. Unlike the other one, though, if this one hits 0 hit points, it doesn't come back to 1 hit point. I'm imagining Flying Wonder kind of being closer to like a little drone.
Although, unlike the Expedious Messenger homunculus of the Artificer, it's not stealthy.
Yeah, I don't see stealth on it.
Yeah.
It
Otherwise,
can
pretty
fly.
similar. Yeah.
Speed is 5 feet, fly 30 feet. It chirps a merry metronomic tune. I'm looking at bonus actions. Until the start of the next turn, the target has advantage on the ability check it makes with a musical instrument or tinker's tools. Well, now, okay, I said that this one, I thought that I was kind of envisioning the Flying Wonder as being more like a drone. But what about the Gyrocopter Wonder? This is a wagon-sized vehicle made of brassy metal. Has a spiral-shaped propeller atop it. It's like it's a gyrocopter. Remains active for 8 hours. It can be used as a vehicle, requires 1 pilot. This is odd. So it's a huge object that weighs 500 pounds, has the following stats. But they don't give you a stat block. They just say, here it is. It's got 8 spectral cords inside the cargo bay. You can attach yourself to or detach yourself from one of those cords. And a creature attached to the cord can leap from the Gyrocopter Wonder and glide. I don't know, man. That's kind of adding a little too much. I don't like it.
Also, is there a like map or design or something for what this thing looks like?
There is. Let me.
But I'll Google it in that case.
There is, and I'll take I believe. Here, I'll open this back up so we don't lose that. I want to say that it is in the other source book. and heroes. Vehicles. That's the covered wagon. Well, here's your domestic wonder. That's what it looks like. So it looks like a robot, not the cat or the butterfly. Well, here's the wind
There's a
skiff.
wind skiff.
Yeah, that's going to be one coming up. I don't see it here, but I thought that there was. I'm just kind of cruising through. Okay, well, I'm going to open this one up in a new tab, so we'll take a look at it. I thought that there was, but I'm not seeing it. But we'll come back to that. So next up is the Orb of Damara. Damara? Damara. A wizard named Damara created this orb while devising a way to become a dragon. Okay. I wish that it would give us a visual of it, but it doesn't. Aided by a mysterious magician, actually an aspect of Tiamat in disguise, Damara eventually created an artifact that would enable him to achieve his dream. Yet the potential power of his creation terrified Damara so much that he dared not use the orb. Instead, he entombed himself with the artifact to seal it away. It's about 6 inches in diameter.
Yeah, it is.
It's made of glassy, iridescent material that's like obsidian, but incredibly hard. And if held to one's own lips, with the intention of consuming it, the orb shrinks to the size of a grape. That's directly out of the on one of the novels. It has, if you attune to it, you gain the following benefits: Dragon's Breath, 15-foot cone. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Each creature in that cone makes a DC 18 Dex saving throw, taking 66 damage of the chosen type. Okay. And it too has the fear. Oh, and by the way, this is also an artifact. And it also, like the crown, has a fear aura. Also provides to you flight, letting you have a fly speed of 60 feet and you can hover. And random properties, 2 minor beneficial and 2 minor detrimental. But I think this right here is the meat of it. That it gives you spell casting. The orb has 6 charges, regains 1d4 plus 2 each day at dawn. You can cast Disguise Self. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, you can disguise yourself. Fire Shield. I mean, kind of odd if you're going to use Disguise Self and then cast Fire Shield because, hey, I now look like Seraphis. Oh, wait, let me cast Fire Shield. Now I've got flames wrapping around myself.
Yeah, that one's an odd one.
Yeah. Hold Person. See Invisibility. Okay. And Summon Dragon. Not bad. If you swallow the orb, and I got a comment to make here. Dragon Transformation. If you swallow the orb, you transform into an adult chromatic dragon under the DM's control. See, I have that issue too. No, I don't think I want it to be under the DM's control. I would want it to be under the player's control.
Yes.
Type of chromatic depends on your alignment, personality. Is left up to the DM to decide. Transformation is permanent, but if the dragon is slain, its body reverts to its original form and the orb reappears outside its body. I don't know. I'm not too keen on that one either.
In the destroying the orb part,
Hmm.
if an ancient gold dragon willingly swallows the orb and the dragon are both destroyed.
Hmm.
Doesn't that sound like the secret level D&D episode?
Secret level D&D episode.
Yeah.
Jog my memory.
Amazon Prime, it was a bunch of animated or computer generated animated.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that happened in the D&D one.
Maybe. Well, I mean, even though like this is supposed to be a new book for D&D,
Hmm.
obviously these are not the only magic items you're going to find, or I mean, new book for Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
These are not the only magic items you're going to find in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. It's going to be everything in the DMG as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, plus, all the stuff from past editions too. Which I think is kind of neat that's how they're approaching this is they're not ignoring Forgotten Realms past. And I really like that. So next up is Tome of the Dragon. This is a legendary wondrous item. This is not new to the Forgotten Realms. The Tome of the Dragon has actually been around since the original version of the game. I actually did a video covering this in detail, comparing the original to this one, and it's a little bit different. This book I think it's pretty good. I actually like both versions of it, to be honest with you, but I think I'd combine both of them together. So this one is a heavy tome bound in dragon hide, reinforced with thick bands of cold iron. In the original version, it was a red dragon hide. This one, it looks to me very much like a black dragon, or maybe obsidian dragon. It also states that the original copies were made by worm speakers of the Cult of the Dragon and bear the cult's symbol on their cover. The original version of it, there was only one. This one, there's multiples written by worm speakers. But the original version was written by Sam something. Name now completely escapes me. He has, bear with me, bestiary, Sam Master, this guy right here. He's a lich. That it was the head of the Cult of Dragons, and it was his sole drive in life, undeath, was to take over everything. But he's the one that originally wrote the Tome of Dragon. Anyway, once you have read it, you must be either a spellcaster with at least 2 level 5 spell slots to be able to read it. And the whole point of this is, inside of it is a ritual to turn a dragon into a Dracolich.
Hence why his picture had that Dracolich behind it.
Well, he is the Dracolich. That dragon behind him, that's him in his Dracolich form. Yeah, so to do that, to turn a dragon into a Dracolich, you have to have access to a body of an adult or ancient dragon. And it doesn't matter. It could be alive or dead. Because, hey. As well as 80,000 gold piece worth of supplies, which includes a gem that will serve as the anchor for the Dracolich's spirit. Could it be this one? Could we use the Calamimnon crystal?
So you're going to break it open, free all the gin, then have them rewind time to put it back together, but now empty, and then use that To put the Dracolich's spirit in.
Yes, because it gets better. We're going to skip to the end of it because at the end of the ritual, the target transforms into a Dracolich. If the target was a living dragon, that living dragon dies instantly, and the spirit is transferred to the gem supplied for the ritual. If the target was a dead dragon's body, the body reanimates, and the gem is inhabited by an evil dragon spirit from the outer planes. I like this line. The Dracolich is under no obligation towards its creator and acts according to its nature.
So really, whoever's doing this really needs to have gotten the crown, the horny crown first, so that they're a lich to deal with the Dracolich that they've just created now too.
Correct. So so whoever's got this Tome of Dragon has to be wearing the horny crown, has to have eliminated all of the genies from the Calamimnon crystal, and also needs to be wearing the Harper pin with the pre-programmed meow, 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 meow. So you see how all of these are starting to fit together.
Okay, hold on. Where did the mechanical wonders come into it, though? Putting everything together.
Mm-hmm.
They all come together. What about the wind skiff?
The wind skiff, yeah. The wind skiff. It's a wondrous item. This is what it looks like. Well, that's not good. There. This is what it looks like. I guess it looks like this little thing first, and then you can unfurl it into a small piece of jewelry that has 3 charges and regains all expended charges daily at dawn. While you're holding it, you can take a magic action and expend 1 charge, which causes it to transform into a sail-powered personal vehicle. In vehicle form, it's a medium object with the following statistics: AC 12, HP 30, and a speed of 40 feet. It hovers a few inches above whatever surface it's on and can glide. So it doesn't have to be over water. It could even be over land or sand or, in a desert, whatever. A wind skiff and its riders take no damage from falling. So I guess you could launch into orbit, cruise down from orbit, and take no damage. Yeah, this is another one that I'd probably not have in my campaign. I don't know. It just doesn't really seem to fit.
I'm kind of trying to okay, here's the only thing I can think of, right? Where this would be really useful as the equivalent of like a personal life raft for a spelljammer.
Okay. That I'll grant you, yes.
But they really buggered up Spelljammer, so even then, this is kind of...
Yeah, no, but even Spelljammer already has stuff like that, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This could have its time and place, but... Thank goodness it's rare. Thank goodness it's rare. That said, what is our next topic? Netherill's Fall. So let's jump over to Netherill's Fall.
So we can get up.
And we will. Netherill's Fall. Magic items. Now, these are going to be a little quicker to move through because there's not, I mean, they're not as descriptive. I'll let you start off first with Arcane Battery.
Yeah, I really like the name. I need to look through. This smooth oval stone is etched with faintly glowing magical symbols. We used to call those runes, but whatever.
Yeah.
While holding the battery, you can take a magic action to touch the battery to one magic item. If that magic item normally regains expended charges daily, it immediately regains 1d4 plus 1 expended charges, and the battery loses its magic.
I mean, I kind of like that.
I like it to the point, up to the point that the arcane battery doesn't regain its ability at the start of each day, though.
So what happens if you have an arcane battery, I have an arcane battery, and I've touched my arcane battery to your horny crown. You then touch your arcane battery to my arcane battery and recharge it. And then I, in turn, recharge your arcane battery with my arcane battery. And we just go back and forth like that. I don't know. It is an uncommon, it's not a common item. It's not a rare. So I think, the possibility is there of finding multiples of these.
Mm.
And worst case scenario, you just sleep, and wait till dawn. And your item, replenishes itself. You have the Brooch of the Elements. This is a rare wondrous item, requires attunement. The central jewel of this butterfly-shaped brooch swirls with multicolored iridescence. The brooch has 3 charges, regains all expended charges daily at dawn. As a reaction, when a creature you can see within 60 feet of you hits a target with an attack roll and deals damage, you can expend 1 charge and charge 1 damage type the attack deals to one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. Okay. So if we're fighting something and it's got immunity to acid, and we've hit it with an acid attack first, and we discovered that it's immune to acid, then I can use this brooch on your acid sword and turn it to poison.
Okay, so far both of these just seem very Eberron-y, but also somehow less powerful than what I would expect from Eberron.
Yeah.
Because that brooch is straight up just an artificer ability.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah, just switching over a damage type.
All right. So how about you take the Fork of Eddie summoning? And this is probably not Eddie from Stranger Things.
Or Eddie Van Halen.
Or Eddie Van Halen.
I would love a fork of summoning Eddie Van Halen. That would be just magnificent.
Yeah.
All right. This tiny tuning fork crackles with harmless, multicolored magical energy. See, it's Eddie Van Halen, absolutely. As a magic action, you can tap the fork against any object to summon an Eldritch Eddy. The eddy appears in an unoccupied space as close to you as possible. The eddy is friendly to you and your allies. See, it's Eddie Van Halen.
Okay.
And it obeys your commands.
Yeah.
If you fail to command it, the eddy defends itself against attackers, but takes no other actions. It takes its turn immediately after you on your initiative. After your initiative count. The eddy disappears after 1 hour when it dies, or when you dismiss it as a bonus action. The fork can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
Yeah, so forever fourth, it's going to be the fork of Eddie Van Halen summoning. He's just going to pop up with his guitar and mesmerize the monsters while everybody wallops on him.
Multicolored magical energy just everywhere.
Sure.
In tight pants.
I'll take that. Hat of Vortexes. It's a wondrous item, uncommon, requires attunement, again. This hat has 3 charges, regains all daily at dawn. You can take a magic action, expend 1 charge while holding the hat to release a magical vortex from it. It fills a 10-foot cube. Lasts for an hour. And while the vortex is present, its area is difficult terrain. You decide a vortex's visual details when you create it. For instance, the vortex might be multicolored or glittery. Moving on, Megan's Handbell. This is a wondrous rare item. It's a brass handbell. You can ring it and summon a Terran Megan. It's probably Magen. Megan? Megan. Megan. Who am I thinking of? Who's the actress? Megan Fox?
See, we say Megan.
Megan. Megan Fox appears in an unoccupied space you choose within 30 feet of yourself, understands your languages, obeys your commands, and takes its turn immediately after your initiative count.
Oh, so you become Michael Bay.
Yeah. Megan disappears after 1 hour when it dies, or when you dismiss it as a bonus action. Can't be used this way again for 1d6 days. And then you have Berserk Megan. Whenever the Megan summoned, whenever it's summoned by this item and it starts its turn bloodied, rolled 1d6. On a 6, the Megan goes berserk. I mean, hey, I'm not far off on the name here, right? While berserk, the Megan no longer obeys your commands. You can't dismiss it as a bonus action. And on each of its turns, the Berserk Megan attacks the nearest creature it can see. If no creature is near enough for the Megan to move to an attack, it attacks an object. That's great.
Like someone's car.
Like someone, exactly. Megan remains berserk until it disappears, or until a creature holding the handbell takes an influence action and succeeds on a DC 15 charisma check to regain control of the Megan. Moving on.
Mask of Changed Appearance. A wondrous item, and it is common. Okay.
So everybody can have one.
Everyone can have one. You get a Mask of Changed Appearance. I get a Mask of Changed Appearance. This jeweled mask has...
Wait, and hold on. Everybody in the stream gets one.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
The Jeweled Mask has 3 charges. As a magic action, you can expend 1 charge and change your face's appearance. You can't make yourself look like a different person, but you can smooth or deepen your wrinkles, whiten your teeth, hide or accentuate bags under your eyes, or perform other minor cosmetic changes. While your appearance is changed, the mask has the invisible condition. Your changed appearance lasts for 1 hour. Regaining charges, the mask regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll 1d20. On a 1, the mask explodes in a harmless cloud of sweet swelling powder and is destroyed.
So basically, you're shooting Botox into yourself to deepen your wrinkles or smooth them. And if you roll a 1, you're just snorting a cloud of magic dust.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
that's what they call it.
It's just harmless powder.
It's just harmless.
Sweet, harmless powder.
Oh, it is. That's true. It is harmless. Yeah, sweet smell. Wow. Moving on. Yeah. My Thaler Blaze break. I'll let you say it.
That would be Mythala, I believe. Yep.
3 small crystal beads made from a decommissioned Mythaler are strung on this leather bracelet. As a magic action, you can pluck 1 bead from the bracelet to gain advantage on strength checks for 1 minute. Bead disappears immediately after it's plucked. Once all 3 beads have been plucked, the bracelet loses its magic. Okay. I mean, that's not horrible. Just a limited amount of being able to gain advantage on strength checks. I'm okay with that. Oh, I'll let you take this one.
Mythala Cloak. Rare item note. Requires attunement. This electric blue cloak is studded with sewn-in crystals that are shards of a decommissioned Mythala. What the hell is a Mythala?
I don't know.
The cloak has 10 charges and regains 1d10 expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing the cloak, you can take a bonus action and expend 1 charge to activate the cloak's magic. The magic lasts for 1 minute or until you end it early. No action required. While the cloak's magic is active, you gain a fly speed of 30 feet and can hover. Additionally, once on each of your turns, you can hit a creature with an attack roll and deal damage. With an attack roll and deal damage, you can. Additionally, once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack roll and deal damage, you can cause the target to deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage. If you are aloft when the cloak's magic ends, you fall. What the hell is a Mythala?
Okay, so a Mythalar is, I'll show you. Again, keep in mind, this is Nethral's Fall.
Yep.
So we're kind of going back in time a little bit, but it is, where did I see it? This kind of explains it.
I've put up a picture from the Forgotten Realms wiki.
They are, okay, so they, at the Empire's height, Nethral's most powerful mages, I'll read it right here, lived in great flying cities powered by magical orbs known as Mythalars, a type of mythal, which are sources of great magical power. So they're basically magic balls.
That's very. But okay, I'm getting pedantic here, but it just that bracelet and cloak. Like I would expect something more along the lines of, say, a ring of wizardry in terms of the power.
Sure.
That you'd be getting something from something like that, or from like the cloak, becoming more resistant to all types of magic or things like that.
Sure.
Or magic in general. It's a very weird way of it working.
I agree. It's not, well, I don't know. There's part of it that works well with Forgotten Realms, but there's also part of it that's kind of like, it kind of doesn't.
I'm not saying like the magic item as presented perfectly fine fits in with the Forgotten Realms. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Right.
What I'm saying is that the lore of a Mythala, combined with the name of the Mythala, combined with what this thing's abilities are, none of those 3 things match.
Right.
Yeah. At least from what I'm seeing here. But I mean, I've never heard of Mythala before, so.
Well, yeah, like I said, they go back in time a bit, and it's magic balls.
Magic ball.
I mean, hey, Jonathan says it best: domestic assistance and magic balls. I mean, there's no reading between the lines there, right? So that said, we need to create our own. See, I don't. Let me. There we go. That works. Maybe. Trying to resize this so that we can all see it. You know,
It's always the way,
I'm starting to
isn't
really not like Restream.
See, it works for our stupid shit because, like, you're not trying to do stuff. You're just,
Yeah.
being chaos incarnate. But when you're trying to actually show off stuff, it's not doesn't comply properly, does it?
Not really. Blah, blah. Okay, I can read that. All right. So, chat, Seraphis, I want us to try to create up a little magic item all together.
Where do you want to begin?
I don't know. Where do we begin? How about with a name? What should we call this? Hey, chat, come on. This is your opportunity to jump in here.
The Crown of Greenwood?
How about Seraphis's?
This is going to go badly.
Let's see.
Seraphis' Silver Shaft?
Hold on. Given how many of these items have had really silly effects and make your character DM controlled, how about a magic ring that turns you into a turnip under TM's control that's triggered by innuendo? The Crown of Morningwood. Seraphis's majestic patch. Now, how about just Seraphis's patch?
I have regrets.
I mean, pirate,
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Come on now. This is a... How about this?
This is a leather strap?
All accounts, this looks to be a simple leather eye patch. And that's all it does, folks. That's it. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Seraphis patch. When worn, it provides dark vision.
Yeah, I've already got dark vision.
120 feet.
It makes everything purpler.
However, everything seen has a... I can't find the R. Purpler hue to it.
I like that.
And everything seen is decided by the DM.
No, everything seen is upside down.
And is upside down. And
remember, Australian.
And reverse. Oh, yeah, right. That's a good one. Is upside down and reverse. And likely isn't real.
I'm going to start taking this personally.
And it makes you say,
Yes, that's the word I commonly say, and not something else. I can't, for the life of me, think of what that could be.
Yeah, well. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Seraphis' patch. Is it an item you would use?
Put it in your game and let me know.
Yeah, put it in your game and let us know. Ah, boy. Does it make your toilet eddy flow?
That's a myth. I don't
know.
know.
He's talking about Eddie. You know, summon Eddie.
Oh,
it's a good tie-in right there.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot about the Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, or Eddie Munster. How about that? You get a choice. It's either Eddie Munster or Eddie Van Halen. And maybe we should turn the Windskiff into a Dragula.
Isn't that just a regular glam rocker?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it looks cool. Anyway, there you have it, folks. That is the stuff that we went over tonight. The Adventures in Faerun magic items, Netherrealm's Fall magic items, and a custom magic item that we made called Seraphis' Patch. Not to be interpreted in any weird way. It's an eye patch. He has the eye patch to prove it.
It's just a normal leather strap, right? Where you put it
on,
it's obvious around your head.
On.
And you block out your eye with it.
This Friday, I'm also going to be doing. You know what? Actually, I will address this one real quick. Robert Gray, truth be told, just me, or were these items underwhelming? No, I'm with you. I'm right there with you. I do believe that they were quite underwhelming. Me jumping into these books is something that I've tried like hell to ignore the past editions, you know, the AD&D editions, the editions that I started out playing. And when you start getting into a granular level, it's a little more difficult to ignore the past. Looking at the magic items that we did, I think they fit and they work well for 5th edition. That said, there have been plenty of magic items from the past that I have plucked out and moved to 5th edition and made them work just as easily. I think that the big thing to keep in mind, and we kind of talked about this a little bit in this live stream, is that the magic items presented here, there's 9 of them. I mean, if you want to include the Netherrealm's Fall, which is a part of Forgotten Realms, but just looking at the core book, there's 9 total magic items. Forgotten Realms has thousands of magic items, you know, and a lot of them were exclusive to the Forgotten Realms. I wouldn't say that thousands of them were, you know, I mean, because you've got, you know, wand to fireballs. I mean, that's pretty much in any given setting out there. But I think the bigger takeaway here is these are just a small sampling of magic items that are out there. The I believe as a DM, I certainly would encourage any given DM that wants to jump into Forgotten Realms, check out some of the older stuff, but don't be scared to custom make your own magic items. That was kind of the point of having chat involved in creating up. And I given we made a goofy one here with Seraphis's patch, but I think that the point that I'm trying to make is if you're running the game, make your own stuff up. There's absolutely nothing at all wrong with doing that. If you want to be a little true to the setting itself of Forgotten Realms, look at the old stuff. Check out some of the AD&D material. It's all valid. It's all good stuff. But anyway, that's Robert Gray. That's my honest opinion there. Yeah, I did find them a little underwhelming. I think I would certainly tweak them a bit to make them work better at my table. Seraphis, what say you?
Yes, I would probably tweak either abilities or names or whatnot to make them seem more like they actually fit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll be curious too to see how when Eberron's book comes out, exactly how that all works together.
Badly, I
And I
imagine.
know you're going to have some strong opinions about that.
Yes, that are not apparently shared with the rest of the Eberron community. So fuck them.
Pretty much. So anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for showing up and watching as we went over the new magic items that are found in the book. And I don't know, like I said, if there's some that you want to tweak them. If there's some new ones that you want to make them. So until next our paths cross, may you not suddenly find yourself being inundated by little goblins.
Yes.